Hi guys, it's Ruben here. Today we're going to be testing out drawing apps so you don't have to. And when I mean drawing apps, I don't mean your standard drawing apps that everyone uses like Procreate or Ibis or Sketchbook, I think it is, or whatever you use basically. What I'm meaning is those adverts that you constantly see on your view page, especially if you're an artist, and they all have one thing in common: AI slop. Majority of the apps we look at in this video aren't even cheaper alternatives to something like Procreate. It's all tutorials basically. It's all tutorials that you could look up and get for free. We'll get into a lot more of this later on in the video, but right now, if you prioritize your sanity, just don't download these apps, as it's just not worth your time, and a lot of them just want your money. That's it. They don't care about teaching you how to draw, they just want your money. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, commenting, and leaving a like. My goal is to hit 200 subscribers before April and before my birthday. I think that would be really, really cool. We do a variety of things on this channel, like Minecraft videos. I'm hoping to do more gaming videos other than just Minecraft. We also do painting time lapses, and I plan to do more painting time lapses while going into some of my interests and deep dives about things, or more Reddit stories, but we'll see where the path takes us.
Hey everyone, I'm already crying. I'm gonna try and do this with composure.
I think we've all seen that art workout app. It's really tricky to say, by the way. But I found another version which is exactly the same as those adverts that you see on TikTok constantly. Now, I don't know how much AI slop art workout has, but I don't think it has this much. I don't think you're immediately flashbanged in the face with all of this AI art. You'll have to let me know in the comments because we don't test art workout. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning when I did this, but I was in disbelief. I was in disbelief. I still am. I gave them the name Juban and the age 41 and above because I was feeling cheeky. And then it asked me to draw a symbol that brings me joy. So I tried drawing a penis and then I couldn't erase it. I thought it'd be funny. Look at that fucking AI lantern. Like, just use a stock image. Use a stock image. I don't know. Commission an artist, maybe. And as soon as I got into the app, I was hit with a free trial pay thing. And it's like, I could not find an X. I could not find a way out of it. So I did it. I did it. Otherwise, this would be a very boring video if I didn't succumb to the free trial thing. Don't do it. I can imagine that art workout is exactly the same as this, as I've seen clips before, and it looks exactly the same. What really pissed me off about this was I was immediately penalised with that little red bar just for going outside of the circle. There is no stabiliser on the pen whatsoever. It's incredibly harsh that if you don't get it inside the little box circle thing. As soon as I saw that red bar, I just got incredibly sloppy. I was going to take my time, I was going to do it beautifully, and then I just felt angry inside. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do it as messy as possible. I'm not going to take any time, and I'm going to see how much that little red bar appears. So I created a monstrosity. I'm not going to lie, I created a complete monstrosity. Like, I'd understand if the green bar and stuff was to show how full you are, like how close you are to finishing, like that would be fine. It's the red part where if you go out of the area that it wants you to be in is what annoys me, because it's like, you can make mistakes in art, and even then these aren't like terrible mistakes, these aren't horrible mistakes that really like ruin the artwork. You know, there is no need for a red bar. Like when you're doing art traditionally or digitally, you're not gonna have a red bar there. So I just think it's completely unnecessary to penalize you on accuracy. This was the part where I just became really, really sloppy with what I was doing to see how much it would actually shout at me. Like, how far could I push this, to be honest? But as you can see in the right hand corner, there's a 99% accuracy, there's a flawless, and then there's mistakes. I just. I just think it's unnecessary. I think it's unnecessary. After what felt like an eternity, we finally finished it. I was really surprised to see that it was a 92% accuracy and one mistake because I don't know if you saw the split second that was shown of how shit it looked. If we're really going by mistakes and accuracy, oh, I don't know how accurate it is, but that's not the point. That's not the point. Anyway, this is the main menu. This is the main menu. We finally reached out the tutorial. I have an issue with this because half of this is either stolen art or AI. I can't tell, but I swear I've seen those Japanese bottles before on Pinterest, and I just think this isn't this isn't good. Just like Art Workout, they also have a multiplayer mode, which I was really skeptical about with working because it's not Art Workout. So I really didn't think it was work until we met this person. I don't think they're a person. Saying person's very generous here because it was either a child or it was a bot. You know, because as you can see, they're not moving right. They don't move correctly. This is all sped up, but I went to my Mind Palace and I thought back to those adverts for our workout and what they show in those adverts where the person writes a message to the other person. So I did. I wrote, "Are you real?" and she paused. This is like she completely froze. Like she stopped drawing after I wrote, "Are you real?" I really was confused. I tried it again. I wrote hello, and then she put a red dot in my area, and obviously it's her work, so I couldn't get rid of it. And I was feeling very frustrated that there was just now a red dot in my area in my zone. That made me sad. Again, I really, really can't tell if this is a child or a bot because they just weren't doing anything for a while. They weren't moving, and then when they finally did start to move, it was a very like broken motion. So I wrote their name and then I got shouted at, like completely shouted at for it being wrong. At this point, I had finished and I was free to leave, so I went to try and find another
They
one.
shouldn't fucking take this song. Like, what? This is mad.
I know.
Okay, well, I don't need to draw with someone, technically. Like, I can do my own thing. Can't I, Mike? Let's do cat meme. Oh, God. Okay, I don't want to do cat meme. It's making me feel depressed. Hi. Okay, let's do a strawberry, because a strawberry is nice and easy, right? Let's do it shit. I can't be fucking arsed with this shit. You don't need an app like this.
So even though this is a direct rip-off of Art Workout, I think the premise of it is cute and I think it is sweet, but there are so many issues. You do not need to pay for an app to draw. It's also not teaching you how to draw, it's just teaching you how to color in. I just think it's pointless. I just think kids shouldn't be wasting their money on this. This is like you don't need to spend money to learn how to draw. And this isn't even teaching you how to draw, you know? My other issue is that I don't know how much of it is stolen art or how much of it is AI art. because it just seems a little suspicious. I think if you were going to do something like this, I would personally, for me, I would ask artists around, I would pay the artists, I would ask to use their art, but I swear I've seen some of these and I don't think this is the case here. This is either just stolen from Pinterest or stolen and then generated into something else to have this type of style. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling in my soul that after seeing all of these AI things, to then see normal looking artwork, it just feels a bit weird.
Welcome to Drawing Desk, where learning to draw is easy,
Welcome to
fun,
our next app, which has more AI slop, potentially even more than the last one. And this one actually prioritizes on teaching you how to draw. Once again, I picked the age 45 plus. The thing with these apps is that they always want you to pick a profile picture, and it's usually like animals, and it's like the most limited profile pictures ever. And none of these spoke to me. It's like, do I really have to have a profile picture for an app that I'm going to be deleting soon? So I picked the one that looked like
Appreciate the
Duolingo.
lesson structure, excellent app. John 63. Linda doesn't look very real. Neither does Margaret. No. I can't rate the app if I haven't played it.
I do have to say that this app does try and teach you how to draw. I wouldn't say it's very good at teaching you how to draw. And I immediately got hit with the fact that I needed to pay for it. But it's okay because I get 7 days for free.
Sad person right now. No thanks. Oh my god, a ginger cat. Let's do a ginger cat. Learn to draw a ginger cat. Let's draw.
Let's start with our adorable ginger cat. We'll sketch in red first, then add refined lines and colors on the same layer. If any red shows later, just erase it. Begin by sketching the cat's head. Lightly draw a few guidelines to... Time to add those cute ears. Now, outline the body by following my movements.
You never... What? Wait, I don't have a head.
Draw the tail next.
Maybe this could work for some people, but that voice, that AI voice is aggravating to listen to and be told what to do. I just don't think this is a very good way of learning how to draw because you're just copying exactly what the person's doing with some guided lines, where I think a fully broken down tutorial would be better than this, which you can easily find on YouTube. One thing I'll give it props to is the fact that it's not shitting on you for making mistakes, because I really fucked up and I wasn't getting a red bar to be like, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, you can actually... Okay, no. Okay, continue. So you can actually see everything. Again. But you don't need to pay for this shit, you know? I also technically don't need... Okay, I don't wanna... What can I do? Teen Anime Edition.
Say hello to Maki, a bold and stylish anime.
Again, so it's not breaking it down fully. Like, there's no like actual guidelines. It's not really teaching you how to draw. You're just learning how to trace. You're just tracing over the generated image and not actually learning fundamentals of how to draw a face, if you get what I mean.
I kind of don't like this. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being told what to do. No. This is a sketch desk. Create. Oh, there is extra tools.
I think you know what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway as I feel like it's important. You don't need this. You do not. there are cheaper alternatives. There are free alternatives that are better than this. And as well, those alternatives don't have a little thing at the top saying AI, because you know what this is probably going to do? Probably steal your artwork. I wouldn't trust this in the slightest to not steal your artwork.
Another one. This is Sketchbro. Sketchbro, powerful digital painting tool with smart AI features and customizable brush studio. You know, like you weren't already paying to know how to draw. What? I don't think anyone is. Oh, what the fuck? Singer Erica. Okay,
Let's welcome Erica to the canvas. We'll use her photo to draw a fun caricature with big eyes,
wow.
bold lips, and long hair. Begin by drawing the shape of their head.
Erica's not even real. That's not even a real woman. Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's awful. What's Becky? Becky? What does Becky look like?
Meet Becky.
Oh,
We'll use her photo and turn her into a caricature
Why
with
did
a
they
big
turn into
smile,
a
bright blue
boy?
eyes, and cool blonde hair. Begin by drawing the shape of her head and then color. Good job. Outline the hair and then fill it in. Draw. Fill it. Next, don't forget to sketch her nose and then this is key. Draw her. Add small details to. You're almost done. Keep going. Draw. You're almost there.
Zero skills. Becky. No, I don't want to save my progress. Let me leave. Okay, I'm committed. Let me leave. What did they do to Becky? Also, this is awful. This is just.
So that last app was all AI, but surely this one won't have any AI in it, right? Surely. Like, it can't be three in a row. I've noticed a thing with all of these apps that it does that, like, review bomb of this is the best app ever, this is amazing, this is so good. And it's like, who is actually saying that? Because I know I'm not. I know that I'm not saying that. I know that a normal sentient artist isn't going, yeah, this is the best app ever. This is the app that you see adverts for also, where it's like, I haven't seen my kid. They're just constantly on their tablet, and this is like the best app for them on their tablet because they don't need a pen or paper. Fuck traditional art. And it's like, what? So shout out to this AI advert where I was trying to say suck my willy, but it just wouldn't let me like delete any of it, and I was like, okay, let me know if you want me to try any of these types of apps as well that isn't art related, because I will. I didn't really spend too much time on this app just because of the fact it's a colouring app and it's not really teaching you how to draw, and it is just littered with AI. That's all it is. It's just AI colouring. Back in my day, colouring books weren't AI, so
Oh my god. Oh, but don't worry, they have a Discord. Oh, wow, so it just doesn't want to pick up my pen and edit. Like, put my finger. It wants to pick up my finger. Okay, well, this isn't an issue on Procreate, so what's going on here, guys?
this is our final app that we tested. This isn't a tutorial or anything. This is the one that was advertised to us. I can't remember which app it was, but this is the one advertised to us. Just like in the drawing tutorial app, this has a big fat AI on it, and you cannot use anything without paying. There's no freedom, but you can use AI for free. You can do that for free, and it's like a slap in the face to any artist, really. I just really wouldn't download this. There are plenty of better drawing apps. Like I've said many times in this video already, there is just better alternatives. You do not need this. You do not need to give them money, and they will just probably steal any art that you make on this app. It is pointless. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. As we do our outro, I thought it would be important to show an alternative to these apps. It's not entirely free, but you can do a lot for free without paying for it, and I think it's a cheap alternative, as Procreate does cost money. And I know a lot of artists do use this app. I just wanted to show how easy it is to draw a face. It might not necessarily be easy to some people, but the way that those tutorial apps were showing you how to draw a face is not how you do a face. A usual method to draw a face is to do a circle and then put a cross in the middle. There are other methods which work for other people, but we don't really have a lot of time, and we'd be here forever if we went through every step of how to draw a face. But it's just, those apps are not teaching you how to draw. They are not. They're just making you trace, and that's not necessarily gonna teach you actual step by step on how to draw any of the things on those apps. It was just, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna draw a face with no guidelines, no nothing, which, when you're learning to draw, guidelines are like your best friend. Not even when you're learning, they can be your best friend whenever you need to draw something like a face. Conclusion is that those apps are just predatory, as they are obviously advertised for children to go to their parents and go, please can I have this app? Please can you pay for it? Please can I learn to draw? And please can you pay for it? It's completely useless because there are millions of tutorials out there for free. And majority of these tutorials are actually made by artists, not an AI telling you how to draw. It's not stolen artwork. It's genuine people telling you how to draw. Another thing I'd like to add, that if you really wanted to actually pay to learn how to do art, there are better places, there are better subscriptions that you can do so. An app like that is not going to teach you how to draw. It's not going to make you any better. You don't need that app telling you how long you took on a piece. You don't need those apps to tell you that you've made mistakes. I get that these apps, even if they are just a cash grab, they need to get money to keep it up, really. But it should be optional. It shouldn't be required to spend money just to use an app for drawing. And it shouldn't be used with AI. There shouldn't be a million AI features. That is not what drawing is. A few years ago, you would not see that button at the top of a screen. My main message to artists is to keep creating, to not give up with your art, to keep practicing, because no matter what, your art will always be more special, more unique, have more talent than any AI will produce, because you made it. You're a human, and it's not generated by some dumb fucking machine. I feel like it is getting harder to avoid AI art at the moment. Everywhere you look, you just see it. I know everywhere I look, I see it now. You'll see people following trends and businesses following AI trends, and they'll be promoting artists, like their whole branding will be artists, but then they use AI. It's a slap in the face, and it feels so horrifying at this point to be working in this field. There is no passion, there's no creativity when it comes to AI art, because it's not made by a human. It's not human made, and there cannot be passion. And to anyone out there who is like, Ruben, AI art, it helps me make art. No, you don't need AI art to make art. What you need is practice. You're not going to be amazing at art overnight. You need to practice. I have practiced every day of my life to get to this point where I am now. You don't need AI art to be good at art. I could go on a tangent for ages, so I'm going to wrap up this video, but thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to add that point at the end because I feel like it's important to hear in the big year of 2026.